जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरा वनचारी, यमुना तीरा वनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा।
Hare
So
Krishna.
now, Hare Krishna. So now we are on chapter 16. Okay, so we'll read one sloka from this chapter. Sloka number is 6. Third canto, chapter 16, text 26. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Etau Sre Taragatim Pradipadya Sadyah एतौ सुरेतरगतिं प्रतिपद्य सद्यः, एतौ सुरेतरगतिं प्रतिपद्य सद्यः। संरम्भ संवृत समाधि अनुबद्ध योगौ, संरम्भ संवृत समाधि अनुबद्ध योगौ। संरम्भ संवृत समाधि अनुबद्ध योगौ। भूयः सक भूयः सकाशम् उपयास्यत आशूयो वः, भूयः भूयः सकाशम् उपयास्यत आशुयो वः, भूयः सकाशम् उपयास्यत आशुयो वः। शापो यैव निमितस्तद् अवेत विप्रः, शापो मयैव निमितस्तद् अवेत विप्रः, शापो मयैव निमितस्तद् एवत विप्राः। Somebody read the translation.
Hare Krishna. The Lord replied, O Brahmanas, know that the punishment you inflicted on them was originally ordained by me, and therefore they will fall to a birth in a demonic family. But they will be firmly united with me in thought through mental concentration, intensified by anger, and they will return to my presence shortly.
Yeah, can you read it once again, but slowly?
The
Or
Lord
Ashik?
replied, O Brahmanas, know that the punishment you inflicted on them was originally ordained by me, and therefore they will fall to a birth in a demonic family. But they will be firmly united with me in thought through mental concentration, intensified by anger, and they will return to my presence shortly.
Okay. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Read the purport.
The Lord stated that the punishment inflicted by the sages upon the doorkeepers, Jaya and Vijaya, was conceived by the Lord Himself. Without the Lord's sanction, nothing can happen. It is to be understood that there was a plan in the cursing of the Lord's devotees in Vaikuntha, and this plan is explained by many stalwart authorities. The Lord sometimes desires to fight. The fighting spirit also exists in the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, how could fighting be manifested at all? Because the Lord is the source of everything, anger and fighting are also inherent in his personality. When he desires to fight with somebody, he has to find an enemy. But in the Vaikuntha world, there is no enemy because everyone is engaged fully in his service. Therefore, he sometimes comes to the material world as an incarnation in order to manifest his fighting spirit. In the Bhagavad Gita 4.8, also it is said that the Lord appears just to give protection to the devotees and to annihilate the non-devotees. The non-devotees are found in the material world and not in the spiritual world. And therefore, when the Lord wants to fight, he has to come to this material world. But who will fight with the Supreme Lord? No one is able to fight with him. Therefore, because the Lord's pastimes in the material world are always performed by his associates, not with others, he has to find some devotee who will play the part of an enemy. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says to Arjuna, "My dear Arjuna, both you and I have appeared many times in this material world, but you have forgotten, whereas I remember." Thus, Jaya and Vijaya were selected by the Lord to fight with him in the material world, and that was the reason the sages came to see him, and accidentally the doorkeepers were cursed. It was the Lord's desire to send them to the material world, not perpetually, but for some time. Therefore, just as on a theatrical stage, someone takes the part of an enemy to the proprietor of the stage, although the play is for a short time and there is no permanent enmity between the servant and the proprietor, so the Surjanas or the devotees were cursed by the sages to go to the Asura Jana or atheistic families. That a devotee should come into an atheistic family is surprising, but it is simply a show. After finishing their mock fighting, both the devotee and the Lord are again associated in the spiritual world, planets. That is a that is very explicitly explained here. The conclusion is that no one falls from the spiritual planet world or the Vaikuntha planet, but for it is an eternal abode. But sometimes, as the Lord desires, devotees come into this material world as preachers or atheists. In each case, we must understand that this is a plan of the Lord. Lord Buddha, for example, was an incarnation, yet he preached atheism. There is no God, but actually there was a plan behind this, as explained in Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
ॐ ज्ञानन्दमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशालकयः चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. I was born in the darkest of ignorance, but my spiritual master has opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I pay my humble and respectful obeisances unto you. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा राम राम हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, welcome to all. So this is the This is the chapter on how Jaya and Vijaya, the two Dwarapals in the Vaikuntha Loka, they get cursed by the sages. Who are the sages? Who cursed them?
Four Kumaras.
Four Kumaras. The four Kumaras. What is the name of the four? What are the names of the four Kumaras?
Sanat, Sanandanan, Sanat Kumar,
And Sanatana.
Sanandanan.
Sanatana.
Sanatana. So Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, and Sanat Kumara. These are the four Kumaras. So they went there. They were not given entry, so they became very angry. So because these two doorkeepers, they stopped their entry. So they immediately became very upset. And they started cursing the doorkeepers, saying that how can you be in Vaikuntha Loka? Because in Vaikuntha Loka there is no enemy for the Lord. So if anyone is coming to meet the Lord, he must be a great devotee of the Lord. Then only they can come to the Vaikuntha Loka. In such a situation, what makes you feel that we are enemies and that's why you are stopping us from seeing the Lord? Then that means you are exhibiting the qualities of the material world. When you feel that somebody else is an enemy, that is a quality of the material world, not of the spiritual world. Because in spiritual world, everybody is a devotee of the Lord. So there is no question of enmity there. Enmity, greed, hatred, all these are material qualities. So, but these do not exist in the spiritual world. So they said you are exhibiting some material quality. If that is the case, you are not fit to live in the spiritual world. You should go down to the material world. And there was a commotion going on. Lord Krishna was inside. He heard this. And when he heard, before the matter can go out of hand, he came running, rushing outside with Lakshmi Devi. Now, the Lord realized there is a problem outside because the four Kumaras, they want to see his lotus feet. That's the whole idea of going to Vaikuntha Loka. And these two doorkeepers are not allowing them to they are not allowing them to take the darshan of the lotus feet. So he said, let me come in the form, in my very same feet, so that the Kumaras can take the darshan. So he gives them the darshan. The Kumaras are very, very happy. Now the gatekeepers are also very much worried. We didn't allow the devotees to go inside, and that's a great Vaishnava Aparādha that we have committed. The four Kumaras are also worried because they thought that having come into the Vaikuntha Loka, they have cursed the two doorkeepers who are the great servants of the Lord. How can someone become the doorkeeper for the Lord unless he is a servant? So then that means they must be also exalted devotees of the Lord. And such an exalted devotee, we are cursed them. That means we have also committed a Vaishnava Aparādha. Oh my God, what is going to happen now? That was their worry when they saw the Lord. But the Lord came with a very beautiful smile, looked at all of them, and started praising the Brahmanas. He said, you have punished them, you have cursed them, that's okay, fine. You have accepted it. Then Narayana is praising the Brahmanas, how exalted and important the Brahmanas are in life, in this world. Brahmanas are the leaders of this society. Now, these Brahmanas, what we need to understand is Brahmanas are not by birth, but by
Their actions.
by actions, by their qualities, and by gunas. He says is that now Brahmanas are very, very important people. So we have to understand who is a Brahmana again. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. He says that is only by guna and karma a person can be determined as a Brahmana or a Kshatriya or a Vaishya or a Shudra, and not by birth. He explains this. And here he says Brahmanas are so great. Brahmanas are the leaders of the society. They are the guardians of dharma. Because the Brahmanas are leading a righteous life. Because the Brahmanas are self-controlled. Because the Brahmanas are free from greed. All these qualities. And they are very tolerant. Because of all such qualities which are not easy to get. That's why they are called a Brahmana. You know, people should know. To become a Brahmana is not easy. Brahmana means you should have certain qualities as given in Bhagavad Gita. If you have those, that is being explained in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the qualities. 18.3 or something like that it comes, where is being explained the qualities of 18.30, sorry, not 3. So there is explaining the qualities of the Brahmana. So all these things, they're there. So they say that Brahmanas are there. Because of Brahmanas, I respect the Brahmanas. Brahmanas, cows, and people who are totally helpless, they are all part of me. Krishna says that. So he says, Namo Brahmana Devaya, Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha, Jagadidaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. He says, the Brahmanas and the cows and the helpless people, they are all part of me. And they are all very, especially Brahmanas and cows are very, very dear to me. And any harm committed to these people is unbearable for me. They will not go unpunished. Krishna explains that. So, here, he is explaining about the Brahmanas and saying that I take the dust from the lotus feet of the Brahmanas and put it on my head, because that purifies me and that gives me the strength to bestow the benedictions or whatever the boons people ask for. I am able to do because I am getting the power from the dust of the lotus feet of the Brahmanas. Now the 4 Kumaras are listening to it and they are a bit confused. How can it be that the Lord, to whose lotus feet all of us are worshipping, asking for boons from him, which वरदान तो मांगते हैं ना उनके we pray to them and ask for some vardhan, and they are the Lord is the giver of the vardhan. And here Krishna is saying, because of our lotus feet, the dust of our lotus feet, he is getting the power to give the boons to others. It's a bit confusing for us. We don't understand this. How can it be? Krishna also says that because of the Brahmanas only I am getting all the Shakti. He is also saying that how is it possible? We are all dependent upon the Lord. Bhagavatam says, all the scripture says, Vedas say, everywhere it is said that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and from him anything and everything is possible for the Lord. He is independent, he is a Swarat, he is not dependent upon anyone. That is what the Shastras explain about the Lord. But here the Lord is saying that I am dependent on the Brahmanas. So the Brahmanas are confused. They do not know whether the Lord is seriously saying this or is being sarcastic, what it is like. Or because he is angry with us because we have committed big Vaishnava Aparādha by cursing the doorkeepers. Is he trying to take it out on us in some way or the other? But the Lord is not doing anything like this. Although the Lord talks all these sweet things, greatness of the Brahmanas and everything, the 4 Kumaras had still that anger in their heart because they were not allowed inside. As a result, what was happening was, whatever the sweet words that Krishna was talking, whatever the nice poetic way in which the Lord was talking, that could not be appreciated by the 4 Kumaras. So the lesson that we have to understand is one should be extremely careful of committing a Vaishnava Aparādha. Any Aparādha will be excused by the Lord, but never the Vaishnava Aparādha. So how does our Vaishnava Aparādha, how do we get the punishment? Somebody comes and hits us with a stick or something like that? No. The biggest punishment given to us in the form of, for Vaishnava Aparādha, is our attraction for material activities increases. Very simple way, is it not? Materialists will think, wow, great. How great it is that my attraction for material things are going up and I can really enjoy this. But material activities are not really very attractive. Like Dhruva Maharaj, when Lord Narayana came and touched his Shankha on Dhruva Maharaja's head, Dhruva Maharaja prayed, looked at the Lord, and he was so happy. And he said, what a fool I was, O Lord. have thought that I will get a kingdom which will be even bigger than my great-grandfather. His great-grandfather is Brahma. I thought I will get a kingdom even bigger than my grandfather. But then after looking at you, I feel that I was asking for broken glasses. Now, why broken glasses? Why broken glasses? Because the glasses are such. If the glass is broken, can you use it? Is it of any use? If the small pieces come out of the glass, can you really stick it together and use it? You know, that's one thing. Secondly, when the glass is broken there, so he says, material things are like the broken glasses, number one. Secondly, when the broken glasses are lying, what do we do immediately? We tell others, "Hey, please don't come here. Glass is broken. If you come, you will get hurt. It is very dangerous to walk anywhere near. All the kids, please move out from this place. Adults, please move out. Only the person who is going to clean the place, he will be there." Right? That's what we do. Because the glass is broken, glass is dangerous. Similarly, material things are also considered to be very, very dangerous. Because once attraction comes for that, to get away from that attraction is a Herculean task. It is not easy. So similarly here, also we find, that's why he says that this entire material activities is like a broken glass. He explains this. And then here he says, because we are committed a Vaishnava Aparādha, as I said, although Narayana was talking all sweet words, the four Kumaras could not understand it because one, the anger was there within them. And secondly, they had committed a Vaishnava Aparādha to the devotees of the Lord. As Brahmanas, they should have exhibited more tolerance. That's one of the qualities of a Brahmana, to exhibit tolerance. But they didn't exhibit that tolerance. So really, they could not appreciate what the Lord was saying. So when this was going on like this, the Lord, they are thinking amongst themselves, whatever the Lord has said, is it right? Is he trying to tell us the right thing or what is happening? They were discussing amongst themselves, trying to decode the Lord's statement. So what happened was then, wondering for a long time whether the Lord is happy with them or is he condemning them. Finally, they come to the conclusion the Lord must be feeling happy with us. And that's why he is telling nice things to us. That's why he is praising the Brahmanas. Thinking like this, they speak to the Lord now. And the Kumaras, they reply to Lord Narayana. And when they reply to Lord Narayana, they said that they again asked the question in order to hear the Lord's intention from his mouth. So once again, they're asking the question, "Oh Lord, you have said all these things. What it is really like? We are unable to know what you intend to do." That's the first thing they're saying. We are unable to know what you intend to do for us. For although you are the supreme, you speak in our favor as if we have done a favor for you. Is it that we have done a favor for you, or you are doing, or you are doing us a favor? I'm not able to understand. Because as far as our understanding goes, it is you who are actually to bestow all the blessings on us, and we are no one to bestow blessings on you, Supreme Lord. You are independent. How can we do this? This was the question he had. And he says you always protect the dharma. Eternally you have been protecting dharma by various, it comes in various incarnations and he protects the dharma, is it not? So what is the shloka in Bhagavad Gita where he says protecting the dharma? Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That's what he says, is it not? Whenever and wherever there is a decline in religion and a rise of irreligion, there and then I appear to protect my devotees and annihilate the miscreants. He says this. So here it is, the Kumaras are saying you appear in various incarnations. The Lord appears in various incarnations. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, the Lord appears in various incarnations, is it not? How many incarnations are there for the Lord?
10. There are 22, but the main things are 10.
Okay. Any other answer?
There are many incarnations, Prabhu.
Correct. Countless incarnations.
Countless.
Countless incarnations, but only 10 are primary incarnations that we are aware of. The Lord appears in multiple incarnations. So he's there. And so here, the Brahmanas are saying, you have got several incarnations and you appear in several incarnations. By your mercy alone, detached yogis cross all the ignorance. Only by your mercy can one cross over the ignorance. Just because I become a literate, I become a great educated person, can I overcome my ignorance? No. Because with your education, you can have material knowledge. That material knowledge is fine. That will help you in your material life. But ultimately, what are we? Are we related with material energy, or are we related with the spiritual energy? What are we related with?
Spiritual energy.
Spiritual energy.
Because of our conditioned soul, we were in this material world, Prabhu. Three gunas, three mode
Yeah,
of material nature, we are here.
Yeah, fine. So, by your mercy alone, one can overcome ignorance. Otherwise, it is not possible to overcome ignorance. As I said, with my material knowledge, I can be a PhD, I can be a chartered accountant, I can be an MBBS doctor, I can be a great lawyer, anything. That is all helping me in my material activities. But what am I actually? Who am I?
A devotee.
We are eternal, Prabhuji.
Yes, we are the
spirit soul.
the spirit soul. Correct, Balraj Prabhu. We are eternal souls. We are eternal souls. As a result, eternal souls means what? We are spiritual or material? Soul is spiritual or material?
Spiritual.
We are spiritual. We are not material. Because we are spiritual, what is our spiritual? What is our nature? What is our characteristic? Jivere Swarupo Hoy Nityere Krishna Dasa. That is our true identity. What did I say? Jivere Swarupo Hoy Krishnera Nitya Dhasa. We are eternal servants of the Supreme Lord. That's what it's. Jivere Swarupa. What is the Swarupa of the Jivatma? The Swarupa of the Jivatma is to be an eternal servant of the Lord. But how do we behave in this world? We are all eternal masters. We want everyone else to listen to us. That's what we want. Right? But actually, we are eternal servants. What proof is there that we are eternal servants? What do we do here in this material world also? Actually, we are serving only. We are serving our wife. We are serving our husband. We are serving our children. We are serving the society. We are serving the institution where we are working. If you go to the school, the children are serving the teacher. The teachers are serving the students. Government officer, he calls, they are all public servants. But then they behave like public masters. Even the Pradhan Mantri, Prime Minister says, Main Pradhan Sevak hu. He says that. So everyone is a Sevak. So that is the proof that we are eternal servants and not we are eternal masters. So we have to get rid of it from our head that I am a master. I am a big boss in this company. I am a big man here in the society and all. Forget it. Everyone is a servant only. Jivere Swarupo Hoy Krishnera Nitya Dasa. We are all eternal servants of the Supreme Lord. That is that. So here he says, only by your, so if I have to understand Krishna with my material qualification, can I understand Krishna? No, I
No.
cannot understand Krishna with my material qualification. I can understand Krishna only by his mercy. Know that. Only when the Supreme Lord is merciful on us, then I will be able to understand Krishna. Till that time, I will always have a doubt about him. Why is he doing it? Why is he like that? Why did he marry so many people? All these questions will keep on coming on us, which are not favorable. I mean, I have a question, I can get it. I can have a doubt, I can get it clarified. But then the way the questions arise in my mind looks more like a atheistic question that comes into it. Because I have still to get that complete mercy of the Supreme Lord. And the mercy of the Supreme Lord comes only through another devotee. It doesn't come directly. The Supreme Lord's mercy also doesn't come directly. It comes only through the mercy of one of the devotees of the Lord that do we get the mercy. And that's how we enter into the Krishna consciousness movement. And that's how we start chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Then we'll be able to chant the holy name of the Lord. Otherwise it becomes very difficult for us to chant the holy name of the Lord. So having said this, he says, you have said that Lakshmi does not give you up because you have served the Brahmanas. Krishna is, Narayana is explaining to the four Kumaras. You see, Lakshmi Devi is, I am not attached to Lakshmi Devi, although Lakshmi Devi is always there, serving me. Sahasra Shata Sambrama Sevyamana. Lakshmi Sata Sahasra Sambra Sevyamana. Thousands and thousands of Lakshmis come to serve the Supreme Lord. But Krishna is not attracted by them. On the contrary, he is attracted to all the devotees of the Lord. Narayana is telling the Brahmanas, I am attracted to the service of the devotees. I am attracted to the service of the, I want to be in the midst of the devotees. That's where I have my real pleasure, happiness. Although so many Lakshmi Devis are there trying to serve me, but I don't get attracted by Lakshmi Devis. And what do we all want? We want Narayana or we want Lakshmi Devi here in this world?
Narayana.
Prabhu, Narayana is there, Lakshmi Devi will come, Prabhu, automatically.
Yeah, I know that. But that's why I'm asking this question. But generally people want Lakshmi Devi. That's why they do only Lakshmi Puja, right? They do, that's only Lakshmi Puja they do. They don't want, they are not thinking in terms of Lakshmi Narayan Puja, they don't think of.
But
Many
Lakshmi
times
Devi is already in his chest.
Yes, correct. He's there in his chest, doesn't matter. See, you have to understand. Achinta Beda Abeda Tattva. That's a philosophy, you should know that. The Lord is simultaneously one and different. So Lakshmi Devi can be in his chest also, and she can be outside also. Lakshmi Devi, Narayana can be inside your house and outside the house. Can we be like that? We cannot be, no? Narayana is sitting in everyone's heart as a Paramatma also, but we cannot be doing like that. That's why Narayana is, that's why this philosophy is called Achinta Beda Abeda Tattva. That's why it gets called. Okay. So for our understanding, we say Lakshmi Devi is sitting on the chest of the Narayana, which is true. That place is for Lakshmi Devi. But at the same time, Lakshmi Devi is also outside. That's why Brahmaji is explaining, saying that Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrama Sevyamanam. Thousands of Lakshmis are serving Narayana. So the next question you will ask, how can there be thousands of Lakshmis when only one Lakshmi and we know that sitting on the heart of the chest of the Narayana? No, Lakshmi Devis are also thousands. Just like Narayana is spread everywhere, Lakshmi Devi is also spread. So Lakshmi, whose foot dust is worn on the head by people desiring wealth, desires for a place in the abode of the king of bees, and she herself wants to be sitting on the feet of the Supreme Lord, she says. You are not like attached to Lakshmi, but instead you are attached to your devotees, he says, and protector Brahmanas. You are telling all these things, you are protecting the Brahmanas, you are saying that Brahmanas, the dust from the feet of the Brahmanas should be taken on the head. Everything you are saying, oh Narayana, only because you want to set a good example for the people in this world, so that they follow and they get the benefit of the Vaishnavas. As I said, we need the benefit, we need the blessings of the Vaishnavas to make progress in our spiritual life. Just because I want to make progress in my spiritual life, I cannot make progress in my spiritual life. If I want to become a doctor, if I study, I can become a doctor. I go to an institution, I study, I can become a doctor. But I want to understand Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. I cannot understand it like that unless the Lord's kripa is there, then only I will be able to understand it. Amazing, is it not? This science is different because spirituality has got to do with heart to heart. Whereas material knowledge is using my brain. That's what happens. That's a big difference. Using my brain, I cannot understand the Supreme Lord. But if I develop that prema for the Lord in the heart, automatically I can understand the Lord. That's a very big difference. That is there. So how do I get that prema? Prema I get by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare. We have to do this. So here he says that. And he says, you are saying that we are all sattvic people. And because of our sattvic guna, you are also getting sattvic guna. But are you not an ocean of sattvic guna? Supreme Lord is an ocean of sattvic guna, is it not? Absolutely no contamination. 100% pure he is. Everything is in him pure. But still he says, because you Brahmanas are so sattvic, I am also getting influenced and I am also getting that sattvic guna. Oh Lord, we have committed a great offense here by cursing your two doorkeepers. Now, whatever punishment you are giving to the doorkeepers or to us, both are acceptable to us, he says. So when he says this, when they say that we are acceptable, we have committed a mistake. We agree that we have committed a mistake. And if we feel that you should punish us, we are open for it. Whatever punishment you want to give us, please, we are willing to accept. This is the time the Lord opens up and says, the text what we read it now, 26th shloka, when we studied in the 26th shloka, Krishna is saying, the Lord replied, O Brahmana, know that the punishment you inflicted on them was originally ordained by me, and therefore they will fall to a birth in a demoniac family. But they will be firmly united with me in thought through mental concentration, intensified by anger, and they will return to my presence shortly. How beautifully it is. You are committed. You think that you have committed a crime by aparādha, by cursing a Brahmana, which is a fact that you committed a aparādha, which you should not have done that. That is fine. But then you did that also because I wanted that way to happen. I am setting up a scene, and in that scene, you are also playing a role. So one thing we need to understand again here is that nothing can happen without the sanction of the Lord. The sanction of the Supreme Lord is required for anything and everything. There may be different reasons which we may not be able to understand what the reason is. We may come to know of that later on. Like there is this story, there was one sweeper in a temple. This is an interesting story. This sweeper was standing there, and every day he will see the Lord. And one day he started getting the feeling, he started talking to the Lord and said, oh Lord, throughout the day you're standing like this. Your legs don't pain. Full day you're standing. And so many people come and they talk their heart to you. You're listening to everything and you're only giving a smile at everyone. What a tough job you are doing. Is there no way that something can be done? Can I replace you for some time so that you get some rest? The Lord smiles and he says, yeah, why not? We can do that. You can take my role and I will take your role. But on one condition, oh sweeper, you must never open your mouth, whatever happens. People will come with different problems and they will say so many things, but you should listen and you should keep quiet. You should not open the mouth. The sweeper says, all right. So the next day morning, they swap the position. The sweeper becomes the deity. He becomes Krishna. He's standing with a hand with a flute holding like this. He's standing there. So that time, one businessman comes inside with two suitcases full of cash. He comes. And he comes and he He's praying to the Lord, oh Lord, please, I want more wealth, that, this, and all those things he's saying. He's worshipping. And he's not putting any money in the hundi also. Although he has got carrying 2 suitcases full of cash, he's not even putting 1 rupee in the hundi box and he's walking out. But while going, he forgot to take those 2 suitcases. He leaves it there. So
Somebody-
actually, sweeper saw it and the sweeper thought for himself, "Arey, you are carrying all black money. It's a wrong thing to do. You are carrying black money." He knows that, but he remembers, "Oh, Krishna has told me not to open my mouth." So he says, "I will not open." Next, a poor man comes, very poor man comes. And he prays to the Lord, "Oh Lord, I have to get my daughter married. And the party is asking for a big dowry and I don't have that type of money. What will I do?" And he has got just one rupee coin in his pocket. So he takes out that 1 rupee coin and puts it in the hundi. And then just before going, he says that there are 2 suitcases lying on both these sides. But because he has kept his eyes closed and suddenly he saw, he didn't first notice it. Suddenly he saw these 2 suitcases. He thought the Lord has been so kind and he has provided these 2 suitcases. So he takes the 2 suitcases and goes away. After he has gone, another person comes, a sailor comes. And when the sailor comes, he's praying to the Lord, "Today the ship is going to sail. Let me sail safely to the other ocean, to the other shore." At that time, the businessman remembers that he has lost his 2 suitcases. So he comes in with the police. And he sees this sailor standing there and he's telling the policeman, "Arrest the sailor. He is the one who has taken away the money." So the sailor says, "I have not taken any money. I don't know. I don't have any money." He says, "No, you are the one. Because after I left, you are the only one who has come in." He doesn't know that the poor man has come and gone. "You are the one. So you must have taken the money. Where have you kept it?" They take him and put him in the jail. Now this man, this sweeper wants to say, "Hey, he is not the thief. The one who took the money, he is not here. He went away. He was a poor man. I saw him going." Because the arrangement for giving him cash was done by the Supreme Lord, not by the sweeper who is standing there as a God. But then the sweeper saw that and he said, "No, this money has not been taken not by this sailor, by other person." But he keeps his mouth shut. Evening comes over. The sweeper is telling Krishna, "Oh Krishna, take back your position. I don't want your position." Very difficult. All sorts of people are coming here. And they do so many wrong things, crimes also they are doing here. And they come and confess so many things and tell you so many things and you have to listen to everything and still keep your mouth shut. Such a difficult task that you are doing. Actually, he feels like that. And then he says that, "Tell me, but why you did all these things?" He says that's the reason. The rich man came, he had so much of wealth, but he was such a stingy fellow. He didn't even feel like putting 1 rupee in the hundi box for me. But he wanted so many things from me. He wanted to take so many things from me, but he did not want to give anything in reciprocation. Just imagine how ungrateful that person is. That's one thing. The second man, the poor man, he was really very poor. And all he had was only 1 rupee in his pocket. Which means that 100% he gave it to me. He didn't have anything else. Such a poor man. And he is in real difficulty. He worshipped me from the bottom of his heart. So I reciprocated and I gave him that. So the sailor said, "What about the sailor? Why did he get arrested?" He says, "Wait till tomorrow morning." And next day morning, what happens? The ship in which he was to sail, that sunk in the sea. So he said, "I had to save that sailor." So the only way to save the sailor was to put him in the jail so that he will not go out. And that's how he got saved. So sometimes people ask, no, why good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people. These are some of the answers for that also. You never know the Lord's plans. We do not know the future. The Lord knows the future, and according to that, he does many things. Yeah. So nothing can happen without the Lord's permission. Lord's permission is required for anything. Even for this thing to move, for a leaf to move, you need the Lord's permission. It is like that. And here what happens now? when this is happening, he is saying that the whole arrangement is being done by me now. Now, here the thing is that I want these two doorkeepers, I want them to go down to this material world. Because now I feel like having some virya rasa. Now we have to understand, we have discussed this rasas, right? Again, questions are coming up. We have discussed the rasas, right? The relationship with the Lord is in 5 rasas we have talked of. What are the 5 rasas we have talked of? Okay, Madhurya rasa, correct.
Dasya rasa,
Dasya rasa, correct.
Samti rasa.
Who is that? Shantarasa, yes.
Yeah.
So, Shantarasa, Dasya rasa, Sakya rasa, Madhurya rasa, and Vatsalya rasa. These are the 5 rasas in which we establish our relationship with the Supreme Lord. What are the 5 rasas? First is Shantarasa. Second, Dasya rasa. Shantarasa means very mild rasa, you know. Dasya rasa means where we are like servants of the Lord, like Hanuman had Dasya rasa with the Supreme Lord. Sakya rasa means in a friendly relationship with the Lord, that is like Arjuna, he was a friend of Krishna, that is Sakya rasa. Vatsalya rasa means like father, mother, Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj. And fifth is Madhurya rasa, that is like gopis, Radharani. These are the 5 rasas, primary rasas in which we establish our relationship with the Supreme Lord. Apart from these 5 principal rasas, there are also 7 subsidiary rasas with which we establish our relationship with the Supreme Lord. And these 7 rasas, what we are talking of, they are like Hasya Adbhuta Veera Karuna Raudra Bhayanakau Vibhatsa iti Saptaite Gunaha Syud Bhava Veditaha. This is coming in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. This comes. And this means that laughter, wonder, chivalry, compassion, anger, fear, and disgust. These 7 are considered secondary Gauna rasas, and they manifest as varieties of emotion. But the secondary rasas are there to basically complement the primary, the 5 primary rasas. That is there. Now, Virya rasa is one of the chivalry, that is one of the rasas that the Lord also exhibits. Now, in this chivalry, what happens is, the Lord also sometimes, he is in the Vaikuntha Loka, he also likes to exhibit his, what do you call this, you know, he also comes in a fighting spirit. Virya rasa means the chivalry he wants to exhibit. Now, the problem is, the Lord is in the Vaikuntha Loka. In Vaikuntha Loka, nobody will be fighting with the Lord. Now, the Lord wants to fight, but who will fight with the Lord? Would anyone like, even if somebody has got the strength, will he want to fight with the Lord? He will not. Like, you know, if you see in the olden days, if you see the movies and all, the kings will have some soldiers, you know, some really a big man, Pailwan will be there, with whom he will be doing that gusti and all. Have you seen these things in movies? The king does that.
Yes.
He wants to enjoy fighting. So nobody is going to fight with the king. So somebody has to be there who will be willing to fight with the king. For that, they employ somebody. So that man will only fight with the Lord, with the king. You know, finally, he will get lost. He will get defeated, no doubt. But still, he has to fight with the king just to give some pleasure for the king. Like that, Krishna also likes to fight sometimes. Now, in Vaikuntha Loka, nobody is going to fight. So now he has to fight, means that anger and everything has to be exhibited while fighting. And that anger can be exhibited only in the material world, not in the spiritual world. So what happens? Krishna decides that I want to come down to this material world. And if I have to fight, with whom can I fight? Can I fight with any ordinary person? That also I cannot. Even if I have to fight, that person must be equivalent to me in terms of strength and everything. And that can be only my doorkeepers who are strong. So with all these things in mind, Krishna decides now it's time for me to go down. So it's all Natak only, okay? We should remember that. Natak exhibited by the Lord also. So he decides that I want to go down and I want to fight. So what he does, he decides that the right persons to go down will be Jaya and Vijaya. But if I just send them like that, then they will also not feel like fighting with me. They will fight with me only if they forget that they are my devotees. They will fight with me only if they get in their heart very strongly, very intense hatred for me, then only they can fight. Otherwise, they cannot fight with me. With love, can you fight with anyone? What type of fight will be there? That will be a love fight. No, that love fight will be a failure. If the fight has to be successful, or both the parties have to enjoy, then there should be intense hatred. Then only that fight will work out. So these two guys, Jaya and Vijay, they are being made to come down to this material world, forgetting that they have been the doorkeepers of the Supreme Lord. And the fight means they should be really very strong people, right? So can a devotee be strong? Not possible. If he has to be strong, then he has to be an asura. So the two guys are made to be born in an asuric family as asuras to Diti at that time. Now this is the story being told by whom to whom? Let me check.
Brahma to Devadas.
Yeah, correct. This story is being told by Brahma. Brahma is narrating the story to others, is it not? So there it is happening, and it's being explained that Brahma is explaining. So those two guys come down as the son of Aditi, of Diti, as Jaya and Vijaya come as Hiranyaksha and
Hiranyasha.
That's how they come down. Now, while explaining this, now we saw this. Now, he's also saying at the same time, although these two people are going down as asuras, he's giving them. So the two doorkeepers are there. They are worshipping. They are wondering, my God, if we are going down, how will we come back? Will we come back to the Vaikuntha Loka or not? What will happen? So Narayana tells them, don't worry about it. You will go down as asuras, but you will be always thinking of me. You will never forget. You will always remember. But in which bhava you will remember me? Out of love and affection will you remember me? No, out of anger and hatred you will be. But then you will be remembering me always. Now let us go to Bhagavad Gita. Yoginam api sarvesham mad gatena ranta atmanaha Shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamo mataha. This is text 6.47. Yes. Yoginam api sarvesham madgatena ranta atmanaha Shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamo mataha. It says, right?
Translation. And of all yogis, the one with a great faith who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself and renders transcendental loving service to me. He is the most intimately united with me in yoga and is the highest of all. That is my opinion.
Yes, correct. So what does it mean? It says here, of all yogis, the one with great faith who always abides in me, thinks of me. Next he says, thinks of me within himself, renders transcendental service to me, is the most intimately united with me in yoga and is the greatest of all yogis. That is my opinion. Krishna says this. So what is the condition he's putting here? The condition he's putting here is that he's always thinking of me. He's always thinking of me. He is united with me, with great faith, who abides in me, who always thinks of me, who renders transcendental service for me. All these conditions he says. So understand, so what is this? He's always thinking of me. Now what is that? So Jaya and Vijaya here, usually he'll go down to this material world. But then what will happen is, in hatred, you will always be thinking of me. He says. In hatred, you are thinking, but still you are thinking of me. See? Whether it is favorable thinking or unfavorable thinking, but still you are thinking of Krishna. Any other examples? Who was in with an unfavorable way thinking of Krishna always?
Kamsa.
Kamsa.
Kamsa is one who was
Yeah.
always thinking of Krishna, but in a very
Thinking of
unfavorable
Krishna.
manner. That is there, is it not? So like that. So whether in favorable or unfavorable way, if one is conscious of Krishna, then definitely there is some benefit, and that's all. Brahmaji, sorry, not Narada Muni is explaining to Yudhishthir Maharaj. When we go to the 7th canto, there it will come. In the 7th canto also this things explains. There, Narada Muni is telling Yudhishthir Maharaj, Tasmad vairanu bandena nirvairena bhayena cha snehat kamen vayunjat katanchin nekshate pratap. Therefore, by enmity or by devotional service, by fear, by lusty desires, or by affection, by all those or any one of them, if a conditioned soul somehow or other concentrates his mind upon the Lord, the result is the same. For the Lord, because of his blissful position, is never affected by enmity or friendship. Tasmad vairana bandena nirvairena vecha. He says that. So, okay, so here he's also telling you too will go down, but you will always constantly think of me. And because you're constantly thinking of me, you will very soon come back to me. He says this and he disappears. He goes into the Vaikuntha Loka, but the 4 Kumaras have still not entered the Vaikuntha Loka. They have reached only the gates. But then from there they have returned because they have still not become pure devotees. So they have not been able to enter into the Vaikuntha Loka, but from the gate of Vaikuntha Loka they come. That side he said, impersonalists, those who believe in the Brahma Jyoti of the Lord, those who believe that the Lord has got no form, he is an impersonalist, and all these beliefs to God, it is difficult for them to enter into the spiritual planet. They will only go to the external part of the spiritual planet. The two guys, two Jaya and Vijaya, they come down, they enter into the womb of Diti and all the different things that are happening. So now the Devatas, as we know, they are telling Brahmaji now, अरे ब्रह्माजी ये सब बोल दिया पर हमारा क्या हालत होने वाला है? When will we be free from all these problems? So Brahma says this cannot be answered now because everything is in the hands of the Supreme Lord. Whatever he decides, that is what is going to happen. And nobody knows the plans of the Supreme Lord. So we'll wait and we'll see what happens. So with this chapter comes to an end. So Jaya and Vijaya are cursed and they come down to this middle word. And next we will see, next Thursday, we'll see the fight between Hiranyaksha and Narayana and Varaha Avatara. That we will see. Okay. So thank you very much to all of you for attending this class, being very patient. So what are the takeaways from today's class? Any takeaways?
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna, Saurabh. Yes.
We need mercy of Krishna to understand him. We need mercy of Krishna to understand the Supreme Lord.
Correct. We need the mercy of Krishna to understand the Supreme Lord. Very good point.
One should not commit Vaishnava Aparādha.
We should not commit any Vaishnava Aparādha. Vaishnava Aparādha we commit, then we go down in our devotional service. Yeah, right.
Yeah. We should think of him all the time.
We should
remember him all the time.
We should remember whom? Him means whom?
Lord Krishna.
Jaya or
No, Lord Krishna.
Lord Krishna. We should remember Krishna all the time. Satatam kirten tomam etantascha dritavrataha. Correct. We should always Satatam kirten tomam. Always think of Krishna. Correct. That's fine. But that art also we should know how to think of Krishna always. It's very easily said than done. Any other point?
The devotee Krishna, we have to be continuously a devotee of Lord Krishna. Even if the two Dwarakas, though they were sent, and it's all the Leela of Krishna. That's my takeaway. That is, finally, they are also true devotees of Krishna. Though they were sent as demons, everything is done by Lord Krishna itself.
So whatever happens is as
Yeah.
per the plan of Krishna only. That is in a nutshell, that's what you are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything happens according to Krishna's will only, not according to our will. All right. What else?
The blessings of Vaishnavas are required to make progress in spiritual lives.
Correct. Okay.
And prema is required, can be developed only by chanting the holy name of.
Correct. Prema can be developed only by chanting the holy name of the Lord regularly. That is right. Correct. Anybody else?
Prabhuji, we have to take care of Brahmanas, cows, and helpless people.
We have to take care of Brahmanas. But how do you identify a Brahmana?
Not by birth.
Not by birth.
Yeah, but understand, but even if you see on the
Kumaras.
road a Brahmana, how will you know that he's a Brahmana? He may be having a thread across his
No.
Yeah, behavior.
Guna
Doesn't
and
mean-
humbleness.
no.
By their action.
Yeah.
Activities.
By their action.
Very difficult, very difficult. In Kali Yuga, you cannot. Kali Yuga, you cannot. That is why better to take care of the devotees rather than of the Brahmanas, because the devotee, if you have to become a devotee, you are already a Brahmana. Because as a devotee, you have already developed the qualities of a Brahmana. That's why we serve the devotees of the Lord rather than a particular class of Brahmana. Again, you do not know whether the Brahmana is a devotee of the Lord or not. He may be just a Vairagi. All these things can be that. So Brahmana is also a very complicated subject matter. So we don't get into that. What we do is we straight away go one step above that. Above the Brahmanas are the Vaishnavas. So we serve the Vaishnavas. That's what we do. Yeah, right.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Two
Hare
things, Prabhu.
Krishna. Yeah,
Hare-
yes, Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhu. Two things, Prabhu. This is related to today's sloka. From Bhagavad Gita. One sloka is 11th chapter, 11.55, Prabhu. Mat karma kran, mat paramo, mat bhaktaha, sangha varjita, nirvairaga sarva bhudeshu, yasama yeti pandava. So the five things we have to remember in our life, Prabhu.
Yes.
So,
What are those five
Krishna-
things? Tell them. Yeah.
Yeah, my dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service, free from the contaminations of fruitive activities and mental speculation, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. Krishna saying this sloka, Prabhu. So always we
Yes.
have to remember Krishna this way.
Yeah.
These 5 ways we have to remember in our life.
Yes. Yes, correct. Fine. So we'll wind up the class for the day. Thank you very much to all of you. Shila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai. Guru Maharaj ki Jai.
Jai.
Bhagavatam Granth Raj ki Jai. Thank you. Thank you very much to all of you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.